Hey, we're going to try to move quickly through this. Last time, Facebook was having some issues. So, man, welcome. I'm so glad to be connecting with all of you. If you were watching this live a minute ago, I'm still glad to be here. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I just have a few events to tell you about. First, Saturdays. So, Saturday, November 5th, our ladies group is going to be doing an event. They're going to be going out to an old school museum out on Curry Crossing, and all the details about that will be on our Facebook page this weekend, and they'll be tomorrow in the weekly email that gets sent out to everybody. So be looking for all those details tomorrow and on the Facebook page later. Look forward to that. Man, those are super fun events, and just because it's a ladies group, we actually are really open with that. And so if you are singing along with Shania and you say, I feel like a woman today, if you identify if you identify as a woman, you are a woman. That's what that means. Or if you don't, if you don't identify as a woman, or you're non-binary, you're male, whatever else, but you want to come and be a part of that event, and you want to check it out, it sounds like fun that day, then everyone's invited. Everyone's invited to these events. So that'll be super fun. It's a big event they're doing out at that museum, and they're just going at 10 a.m. to be a part of it and check out and kind of join in everything that's going on. So that's exciting. This Saturday, actually, from 10 to 1, I believe, nope, 11 to 1. 11 to 1 in City Park. The library is doing an event called Read and Treat. It's kind of like trick-or-treating and storytelling all rolled into one. And they've got a bunch of tables. Everybody House has a table. That's a nonprofit we love partnering with. They share space in our building. They help run the Everybody Eats program. And so Everybody House will have a booth, one of the tables there, and they'll be handing out these healthy, delicious bean cookies and bean brownies. I know that sounds kind of interesting to some of you. They're really good, high in protein. It's a healthy alternative, and so feel free to check those out. We'll be sharing some space. I'll be helping out in the booth for the nonprofit. We'll be sharing space with U of I Extension. We partner with them a ton, their Eat Smart Idaho program, on all those slow cooker classes and a lot of other stuff. So they'll have information. Everybody House will be sharing information about the Everybody Eats Thanksgiving feast that's coming up as well. Don't forget about that. That's Sunday, November 20th. Sunday, November 20th. And on that day, for worship, we're going to go and help out. We're going to kind of cap off this series we've been in about the sustaining God by sharing a meal with the whole community. There's information about that over on Everybody House's Facebook page. We reshare it on ours. I'll keep telling you about it in the weekly emails that you get. So there's information. No, everybody's invited, no matter what socioeconomic class you're in. So people who live with food insecurity, they're invited not only to come and eat, but to share what's working in our programming and what isn't, and what do we need to improve. People who've got extra money, they're invited to learn more about Everybody Eats and help us fund. We need to hire a kitchen manager over at the nonprofit so that the Everybody Eats program can move back to in-person meals. They want to do weekly in-person meals down in the learning kitchen downstairs, and so that they can expand the community gardening program next year, so that they can expand. They want to open a downtown free produce market. I mean, that's super exciting. So some good stuff that's coming up on the horizon. But, we could have all the funds in the world at the nonprofit to do this stuff. If we don't have the staff to be able to do it, it's not going to happen. And so we're raising funds for that over at Everybody House. Hey, back at the church, if you were here on Sunday, we've offered a position for our Family Life Ministries Director to Abby Bailey. We're so excited to have her come and join us. Her first Sunday will be that last Sunday of the month of November. That's the first Sunday of Advent, November 27th. Be looking forward to details about that Sunday. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. We're going to have a big kind of family Christmas party afterwards. It'll be a Christmas decorating party. We'll get together. We'll have stuff for the kids. We'll invite all our musical groups. It'll be really great. It's going to be really fun. So don't miss out on that Sunday at the end of the month either. And we'll wear ugly Christmas sweaters. We'll do the whole bit. It'll be a blast, and we'll get really into the Christmas and Advent mood. It's going to be really fun. So be looking forward to that last Sunday in November. And especially if you have a family, we're going to be reaching out to you. All of you have families. We all are part of one big family. But if you've got kids under 18 at home, and you've got kids under 18 who you are responsible for, who you bring to church, who come with you sometimes, we're going to be reaching out and wanting to get you involved, especially in that Sunday, because it'll have a lot of fun stuff for your kids. And you'll get connected with Abby, our Family Life Ministries director. Um, Man, exciting stuff coming up there. And so, if you've got kids, they've got ways to get involved this Saturday with the library and everybody housed in that event. They've got stuff coming up at the end of the month. Heck, I think they'd even love coming on the Everybody Eats Thanksgiving feast day. Not only to have the meal, kids love eating, everybody loves eating, but to help us set up and to get to meet some other people. And we're going to have a big long table with snakes all over the place. That's fun to have everybody sitting at the same table. There's so many super fun, exciting things about what's coming up down the road for everybody, but I think for families, there's a lot of exciting things coming up. Well, hey, speaking about what's exciting coming up, don't miss this Sunday. It's going to be a continuation of that series, The Sustaining God. We're going to start looking at specific groups of people. Okay, we've talked about how God sustains kind of everybody. Now we're going to ask the question, how does God sustain specific groups? And we're going to ask that question, how does God sustain the oppressed? So for many of us, we just visit kind of suffering, misery, feeling as if we're dehumanized, any of those sorts of things. Those are kind of momentary things in our lives. But for some people, in the history of humanity, for many people, almost all of life has been marked by this oppression, by this sort of being told you are less than, being systematically oppressed. And so we're going to ask the question, how is God showing up in the lives of those people? How is God sustaining the oppressed? And that's going to be a big question. I'm excited. I think it's a fun conversation for us to have, even if it's kind of heavy, but I think it's important, right? For those of us who live with extra, if you're not facing food insecurity, housing insecurity, that's not been part of your story very often. It's going to be a really great exploration to ask and to think outside yourself. What does it look like? Remember, the Bible was written by and for oppressed people. This is a religion that centers around someone who was born into oppression and then was killed by the state. Never escaped oppression his whole life, Jesus. And so examining the experience of the oppressed is central to Christianity. And so this Sunday is going to be really good stuff, really important stuff, potentially life-changing stuff. Don't miss it. Join us Sundays at 11 a.m. in person or on Facebook Live. And if you want to catch all the specific details about anything I'm talking about, follow us on our Facebook page and sign up for the weekly email. There's a button on Facebook, or you can go to our website, twin.church, and then in the Connect with Us tab, you can sign up to get those weekly email updates. A lot more specific details there. You don't have to catch it as I kind of speed by it. Well, God bless. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you all on Sunday. Hey, if you want to come, if you've got kids around and you want to come Saturday, I'll see you Saturday out at the library's Read and Treat. I know I always do that. Read and Treat event this Saturday from 11 to 1. Awesome. God bless.